It's one thing to say that the viaduct's a bad idea. I think that's a statement that our group would agree on. What big transportation investments would you make that we could point to and say those are good ideas and that they're not another billion-dollar pipe dream expenditure that you would make? So give us, you're prioritizing the budget. Where's your big investment and what does it look like?
Well, I think that's the first thing, is that it's not one big investment. You know, we have lots of neighborhoods and lots of needs. And what's fascinating about a city is you have lots of people living in different neighborhoods going lots of different places. So in order to meet those needs, you have to have a type of investment that's much more granular rather than one big project. So what I would be looking at as kind of being signature achievements would be, let's take a look at our electric trolley bus system, which is the old streetcar system. Can we upgrade that? Can we start getting greater frequency and reliability, better use of the right-of-way, higher quality buses? So you could serve a lot of neighborhoods with that. And there was a plan that was actually developed during the run-up to the viaduct decision. It was like $145 million to do that, to the electric trolley bus system. That's just entirely different orders of magnitude than the viaduct decision. The other thing to do is really fully fund the Rapid Ride and get it working. And Rapid Ride is the idea of getting out to Aurora, Ballard, as well as West Seattle. Again, newer buses, level boarding, pay in advance, multiple doors opening and closing, higher frequency service, transit
BRT.
signal priorities, BRT, yeah, real BRT. And if you did that, you know, that, again, much less expensive than a viaduct, but serves a lot of people. And then I think we have to take a look at all the corridors like Aurora, Ballard, Rainier Ave, out to West Seattle, Lake City Way, which are corridors which are pretty hostile to walking and biking and aren't very pleasant places for people to live. And if we make those types of investments, you know, get the walking connections to good bus routes on those corridors, you know, now that's how you start creating great places. I've been on a couple of walking tours of light rail station areas with neighborhood folks, and they have great ideas about how to rebuild their local streets around the stations to make their neighborhoods and their neighborhood business districts much better. These are the types of investments we should be making. No one of them is huge, but a lot of smaller investments, kind of like the Parks Levy, was a lot of smaller investments all throughout the city, but they pack a big punch in terms of quality of life and delivering transit improvements.
Michael, could I ask, many of your critics have said that, well, buses are the province of Metro, and what does the office of the mayor have to do with that? And so how do you respond to that criticism?
Well, you know, a state highway is the province of the Washington State Department of Transportation, yet our mayor has spent the last few years lobbying heavily for a state highway. I also noticed that our mayor wants to take credit for light rail, which isn't a city priority either. So obviously, mayors play a really significant role regionally in what a transportation system looks like. And again, the choice of the tunnel meant that we didn't choose transit. And we lost that opportunity for transit by choosing a tunnel. So obviously a mayor plays a huge role. And I guess the other thing I'd be saying is, you know, I'm not running to be mayor if that's not my department. Seattle citizens really care about local transit. And they expect it. They vote for it. They support it. And a mayor should, you know, if that's what Seattle citizens want, that's what a mayor should work for.